Imagine sailing in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and spotting a massive ship drifting aimlessly. You climb aboard expecting a tragedy, but instead you find everything perfect. The sails are up, the crew's personal belongings are neatly packed, and a warm breakfast is still sitting on the table. But there's not a single soul on board. 10 people completely vanished into thin air. This is the terrifying true story of the Mary Celeste, the ultimate ghost ship. In November 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail from New York to Italy, commanded by Captain Benjamin Briggs, a deeply religious and experienced sailor. Alongside him were his wife, his young daughter, and a hand-picked crew of 7 elite mariners. The cargo was highly valuable, over 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol. Everything was set for a routine, peaceful voyage across the sea, but fate had a much darker plan waiting in the shadows. 1 month later, another captain named David Morehouse spotted the Mary Celeste drifting between Portugal and the Azores Islands. He knew Captain Briggs personally and found the ship's erratic movements highly alarming. Morehouse sent his crew onto the vessel to offer help. As their boots hit the wooden deck, an eerie, heavy silence gripped them. The ship was fully seaworthy, yet it felt like a floating tomb, completely abandoned. The search party began examining the rooms. What they discovered baffled investigators for decades. There were absolutely no signs of a violent struggle or a pirate attack. The crew's valuable belongings, money, and clothing were left behind. The ship had plenty of food and fresh water meant to last for 6 whole months. Yet the only lifeboat was missing, and the ship's logbook showed the last entry was made 9 days prior. Investigators noticed a strange detail. There was over 3 feet of water in the hold, which was normal for a ship of that size, but might have panicked an inexperienced crew. However, Captain Briggs was a seasoned veteran. Why would he order his family and men into a tiny lifeboat in the middle of a brutal, unforgiving ocean for such a minor issue? Something must have terrified them so deeply that staying on board felt like certain death. Wild theories quickly spread across the globe. Some suggested a sea monster like a giant kraken dragged the crew into the abyss. Others suspected the crew got drunk on the cargo and slaughtered the captain's family before escaping. But forensic tests proved this impossible. The industrial alcohol was undrinkable, and no signs of violence or blood were found. The mystery deepened, leaving the world completely paralyzed with fear. Decades later, modern scientists and maritime experts finally uncovered a terrifying and highly logical explanation. It involves the volatile cargo. Out of the 1,700 barrels of alcohol, 9 were later found completely empty. They had leaked. In the heat of the closed cargo hold, the leaked alcohol evaporated, creating a massive invisible cloud of highly toxic and explosive gas that filled the lower decks. Captain Briggs likely opened the hatch, smelled the dangerous fumes, and realized a single spark could blow the entire ship into pieces. Panicked and desperate to protect his wife and little child, he ordered everyone into the lifeboat immediately. They tied the lifeboat to the Mary Celeste using a long rope, intending to follow from a safe distance until the explosive gas cleared out. But nature had other plans. A sudden, violent ocean storm likely struck, causing the heavy rope to snap. The small lifeboat, packed with 10 terrified souls, was instantly cut loose and stranded in the dark, raging Atlantic. Without sails or a rudder, They stood absolutely no chance against the massive waves. The Mary Celeste sailed on perfectly like a ghost, while its creators drowned in the black abyss. The ocean swallowed the secret forever. Today, the fate of the Briggs family remains a haunting echo in maritime history. The Mary Celeste was eventually sold, cursed by its dark reputation, until it sank off the coast of Haiti. It stands as a chilling reminder that the ocean holds secrets we may never truly comprehend. What do you think happened? Did they flee an explosion, or did something far more sinister take them? Let us know in the comments below.